Okay, hi, it's Dr. Alex here, and I just wanted to talk to you as I'm coming back from an after-hours call, an emergency call out that I've had, and I've actually just seen two patients, which is a little bit unusual at this time of night because it's 20:45 now. I've had a full day at work. I got home and I did manage to see my children and put them to bed and have my dinner, but then I've been called back into work, and I've been at work now for a couple of hours, but hopefully that's me finished now. So I'm heading home to get some sleep, because as you can imagine, I'm quite tired. I mean, I started at 9 o'clock this morning, so it's been a long old day. And what I wanted to talk to you about is the fact that vets are just in it for the money, aren't they? That's something that we'll often hear, and it's an accusation that's often thrown around. If we cared, we'd do it for free. How dare we charge anything to see your pet or to give them the treatment. The reason I wanted to talk about the fact that vets are only in it for the money, well, and of course I'm not agreeing with that situation at all, but the reason I wanted to talk about that topic was because one of the calls that I've had tonight was someone found a little cat by the side of the road that had obviously been hit by a car and was in a bad way and needed some veterinary attention. Now, of course, I agreed to see that cat straight away. It needed to be seen. It was clearly injured and clearly in pain and distress, and absolutely there's no way that I'm going to bill somebody who's found that cat. So there's a very real chance that we're not going to get paid for seeing that cat. I've taken x-ray, I've given it pain relief and admitted it into the hospital. There's a very real chance that we're not going to get paid at all for that, but that's the right thing to do. We've seen that cat, we've administered first aid, we've provided pain relief, we've made it a lot more comfortable, and obviously that cat will then be reassessed in the morning. Unfortunately, it's not microchipped, so were it microchipped and on a national database, then I could have got in touch with the owners and could have discussed ongoing care now, this evening, and we could have made a plan, and that may be that there were other considerations to take into account, but the cat wasn't microchipped either. So again, that just makes it quite likely, and I suspect what's going to happen is that we're not going to be able to find that owner, and so the likelihood is we're not going to be paid for that. And that's just one of many examples of the things that your vet will do as well. Your local vet will do that. They'll be put in situations where they will need to provide some degree of care to a patient where there's no chance of them receiving any money for that, and not just making money, but actually they'll be losing money for that. The medication costs money to give. My salary is money that the business is still paying out despite not receiving any money. So the fact, and it's because every vet will do things like that time and again. We'll often also discount people when really we shouldn't be, and there's no reason to discount, and actually the costs that we should be passing on are true and accurate and reflect the expense of running a business, because running a veterinary business is, make no mistake, it is incredibly expensive. The facilities, the equipment, the staffing levels that are needed, the drugs that we use, the other consumables, they all cost an awful lot of money. And so actually, if we're discounting, that has a massive impact on the bottom line of our business and our ability to actually stay open. And if we can't stay open, then we can't provide healthcare to our patients. Okay, and I'm sorry, I can see the screen's gone really black, but anyway, you don't need to see me. So I hope that, this just really gives you some, food for thought, and maybe makes you think when you next hear somebody say or write on an internet forum or in a YouTube video, and who knows, there may even be someone who comments on this video and say, what a load of rubbish, vets are only in it for the money. Well, hopefully it will give you pause for thought, and maybe even chip in, maybe even suggest to them that actually everyone needs to get paid, everyone deserves to earn a salary, everyone deserves to earn a living, and being a vet is a challenging profession. There are a lot of fantastic things about this job, but there are definitely some challenging things and some not so great things, and I've done a couple of videos about that which I'll leave on links on the screen now. Let me know your thoughts about this as well. But that's it from me. I'm off to bed. Hopefully my phone doesn't go off again, because otherwise I will be super tired for work tomorrow. And until next time, I'm Dr. Alex. This is Our Pets Health, because they're family.